Introduction, Michael, and thanks to the TokenMatch people for having us and everybody who's participating on the live stream. I am Andrew Shupak, and with me is my partner Pete Azulis. We are co-founders of SportsCastr, and we are going to start this off with a short video that describes SportsCastr and Fanchain, the fungible, non-fungible, ubiquitous sports token and decentralized ecosystem.
Fans generate billions of dollars worth of value for teams, leagues, and social networks. Fanchain is a cryptocurrency built specifically for sports fans, athletes, leagues, and teams. For the first time, they will be connected in an ecosystem with all of their interests aligned.
Kevin and I have been working together for 10 years, and our first big project was sportsblog.com, a site where anyone could create their own account, and we became the largest sports blogging site on the internet.
The internet was moving towards live. Fans want an interactive and personalized viewing experience when they're watching the game, and there's no better way to do that than live video.
SportsCastr is a live video streaming platform all about sports commentary. We give you the power to choose your sportscaster or be the sportscaster. It's social, it's interactive, and it's rewarding.
At the heart of Fanchain is a concept called a mint. A mint is a dApp that allows any platform to distribute stamped metadata to its users. SportsCastr is the first mint, but other websites and entities will be able to apply to become a mint and join the Fanchain ecosystem. What makes it unique is the ability to stamp team metadata on an individual token. We call this an ERC 721 style token. We are ERC 20 compliant, but by tapping into this new ERC 721 feature set, we're able to do things that haven't been done before in the sports marketplace.
You're getting the cryptocurrency that is identified with a team or a company that is giving you perks and making you involved as a fan.
Our system allows it to be targeted down to the Summer Olympics 2022 fencing gold finals. And that brings value. FanPay has been created so that sites and partners will be able to integrate into the Fanchain crypto economy.
A big goal that we had was to make the brand feel approachable, where when users would come and use this, there would be a really clean user experience, something that they could feel familiar with. One of the main goals was to design for trust, excitement, and interactivity, so we could kind of bring in and apply a face to something that doesn't actually exist in the physical world.
The team that we built really speaks to the potential of this project. Our founders and advisors include some of the best known names in sports: David Stern, Coach Boeheim, Steve Smith, Vernon Davis, and many others. SportsCastr and Fanchain are really leading the way in this new economy. Fanchain makes all of that possible.
Live sports with their unpredictable outcomes is the ultimate human drama. Nothing creates a bigger conversation than the winning shot, the knockout punch, the referee's call that decides the game. And that's why 70% of people who watch live sports do so with a second screen so they can socialize the sporting event while the game is taking place. Sports is at least a $500 billion industry. I've seen estimates as big as $1.3 trillion, and sports are global. There are 23 countries represented by players in the NHL, 65 in the Premier League, and 41 in the NBA. The NBA's OTT subscriber base skews international. Some of their international countries include Brazil and the Philippines, and yet, for the most part, commentary is delivered in a single language in a homogeneous style. So SportsCastr answers the questions, what if I could personalize commentary and listen to any commentator in any language? What if leagues could crowdsource regionalized commentary? What if I can interact live with my favorite commentator and give digital tips and receive digital tips? What if you could be the sportscaster? What if you could live your dream and get paid creating value for the teams that you love? So we've created SportsCastr, which is an ultra low latency streaming platform for fan commentary, delivered completely in sync with the game, not with significant delays as would be the case on other so-called live streaming platforms. Hearing the spontaneous emotional reaction to the game-winning goal 30 seconds after it took place is seriously anticlimactic. We've enhanced SportsCastr with on-screen features such as score bugs that update in real time, live motion graphics like you would see in a professional studio, augmented reality that would allow broadcasters to change their background or put on a virtual studio headset. But unlike a broadcast, SportsCastr is totally interactive as a first screen experience and as a second screen experience.
Should be clicking at seeing the response. You might have to hit the.
Can you do it manually?
There we go.
Thank you. Some of the ways that SportsCastr is currently being used while in public beta include as a second screen experience. Users will go live and commentate about live games or provide predictions or recaps to their followers and cross-post on other social media platforms. One really interesting use case that was not necessarily intended that we ran into that's been very effective are hosts of live sports radio talk shows have been co-broadcasting on SportsCastr so that they can give their radio audiences a live interactive video experience and make the show available on SportsCastr channels in video. We recently debuted our first screen experience where users' commentary is integrated into the live event. We call that social OTT. We implemented social OTT with an esports tournament where users were able to go live and provide commentary on the tournament with the push of a button and without having to download third-party software. Or viewers can browse through the available broadcasters and make their selections based upon language, gender, or any other criteria so that they were truly personalizing the experience for themselves. We are currently in a pilot program with the WNBA, where WNBA, using our first screen experience, where WNBA subscribers are able to choose from alternative commentators using different languages and different styles to describe the game. We will be streaming the Connecticut-Minnesota game tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific. To build a platform that transforms the way that fans watch sports, engage with their favorite teams, and engage with each other requires a uniquely talented and experienced team. As we learned in the video, Pete and Kevin have been working together building digital sports platforms for over 10 years. I would add that Kevin spearheaded the development of the NBA, WNBA, and retired NBA Players Association's apps, and Pete was the CTO for the first officially licensed NFL Players Association social network called School of the Legends. Our advisors include some of the most well-known names in sports. The point that I want to emphasize as it relates to our advisors is they're not just there to be our advocates and to be resources. They all have made financial commitments and have written checks, so they are meaningfully engaged and they have skin in the game. sports industry partnerships are going to give SportsCastr access to world-class content and world-class content creators, and our advisors are poised to support management in making that happen. And we've already created some fairly exciting partnerships. Through the One Team Collective, an athlete-driven accelerator that includes participation from Kleiner Perkins, the Sports Innovation Lab, and Intel Capital, the NFL Players Association has become an official partner of ours and has acquired a minority interest in our company, SportsCastr. Fans will be able to use Fanchain tokens to tip NFL players and access NFL player premium content, and NFL players will be receiving Fanchain tokens and will therefore have a stake in the platform. To the best of our knowledge, this represents the first time a major sports organization has made a direct investment into a crypto platform, and that has made a big impact on the sports and crypto sectors, and therefore has attracted significant media coverage across traditional business, sports, and digital media. And some of the media mentions that were significant include CNET, Forbes, Yahoo Finance, and CoinDesk. We have other partnerships as well. We recently created a partnership with the WNBA Players Association that we will announce publicly within the next couple of weeks. WNBA players will be going live and using the platform during the WNBA postseason, which starts soon, and thereafter overseas during their international league play. The NFLPA and the WNBPA are just us getting started, and we're having numerous conversations with leagues and other major organizations to make SportsCastr the streaming platform of sports. We have an official partnership with Stats, which is the largest provider of real-time data and analytics for sports, and we will be debuting our first screen experience with Combat Sports with Friday Night Fights, who produces the longest-running North American Muay Thai tournament, and we're doing that September 14th. SportsCastr is the first platform that will support Fanchain. We have decentralized Fanchain with a system called Mints. Mints will not be able to create new Fanchain tokens, but they will be able to change the stamps on the Fanchain tokens they acquire. So we're having conversations with leagues, teams, and sports media operations about becoming Mints, and when they do, they'll have to go and acquire Fanchain tokens to distribute to their followers and their users. The more popular these mints become and the more mints join the ecosystem, therefore the greater the demand will be for the finite supply of Fanchain tokens. You can use Fanchain tokens in numerous ways. As mentioned before, you can use them to tip your favorite broadcaster. You'll be able to use them to purchase tickets. You'll be able to use them to access pay-per-view content from providers on our ecosystem, and you'll be able to use them to purchase sports merchandise. We're creating fanprizes.com right now, which will be the first merchant where you'll be able to use Fanchain tokens to purchase sports merchandise. Fanchain is an open system, so it will integrate into betting and fantasy platforms. Although Fanchain is an ERC-20 compliant token, it has ERC 721 style characteristics, which allow us to embed team loyalty into every token. So if you're providing commentary on the Golden State Warriors, the tokens that you are rewarded with will be Golden State Warrior tokens. If you're talking about the 49ers, they will be 49er tokens. And since all of the press on the NFLPA announcement, we have received a lot of inbound interest from teams interested in how they can use Fanchain to supercharge their existing fan engagement activities. When fans have religiously strong affinities for the teams that they follow, so when a fan receives a token of his favorite team, he becomes a stakeholder in that team and it has a vested interest in continuing to promote the team to continue to increase more and better team-specific rewards. That, together with the decentralized ecosystem that I described earlier, would be impossible using fiat currency or a traditional reward system. Token economics, we have minted 600 million tokens, of which we intend to sell 55% in our token offering taking place in 3 phases. I'll describe the phases in more detail a little later. The important takeaway from this slide is that we're reserving 25% of the tokens to use to jumpstart the ecosystem by placing them into community growth pools and partnership incentive programs so that they have tokens to give to their fans and provide long-term health and longevity of the Fanchain platform. Given the high-profile nature of our advisors and our team, it was very important that legal and compliance be completely buttoned up. I currently hold 4 U.S. securities licenses myself, and positions that I hold or have held in the securities industry include president and chief compliance officer. So we took this very seriously, and our conversations with potential advisors included numerous discussions with firms that had global brand name recognition, and we selected an all-star team with Reed Smith as lead counsel, Appleby as Cayman counsel, and a top 25 audit, tax, and advisory firm in Citron Cooperman. The issuer of the Fanchain tokens is SportsCastr International, which is a Cayman entity, and the offering is not open to U.S. residents. We structured the 3 phases of our token offering in concert with Transform Advisory, who is working with us in connection with the financing. The 3 phases include discounts that start as high as 80% in the first phase, where we're seeking to raise approximately $5 million. The second phase will take place late summer, early fall, and that includes a 40% discount. The ultimate ICO price is anticipated to be a quarter. And right away, the Fanchain tokens will be listed on the Kryptos exchange. Based in Japan, Kryptos is an internationally licensed platform. It is on the Coin platform. And the last point I would make on this is that all of the tokens will be frozen until the completion of the ICO. Did I leave anything out?
The pricing structure based on the advice from Transform.
Oh, that's right. So the pricing was based, we did the pricing also in concert with Transform, and the discounts that are represented here are consistent with recently completed successful ICOs, including Telegram and VideoCoin. Thank you for that. Thanks. And we're now open for questions.
And when you ask questions, if you please could just use the mic.
Anybody?
Now we have some questions here. Questions about Fanchain, how it works, token economics, structure. I guess you explained everything.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.